Mhm. Mhm. Pip, did you do these graphics? They're really groovy.
I use a third-party tool, but I'll let you know all of my e-learning secrets later,
Mm.
as I shared with the LEDs and graphics. Right, welcome. Thank you very much for attending the first ever Association for Learning Technologists open mic event as part of the annual conference. The association itself, if you're not familiar with it, it's the leading sort of organisation that supports learning technology across all sectors. The conference itself will be in Manchester, but it's also very big. And as part of the social programme, the open mic sits within that. There's also an ALT radio show taking place on Thursday night, on the Thursday night show, and a series of learning technologists and associated professionals will be coming to that. That'll be fun. That's all online. So for today, my name's Pip. I work in a learning technology capacity in higher education, and also really thoroughly enjoy the open mic format, whether it's online, offline, hybrid. It's a really inclusive, accessible, interdisciplinary, fun, inclusive way to share original work. And this today is an opportunity for that. So just wanted to share the kind of plan. So the set list, as you can see, we've got Tirumani Nadan, Dr. Tirumani Nadan first, then Anna Somerset, then Wendy. I'll be sharing a pre-recorded performance from her that she's created. Hannah Maria Stanislaus, Dr. Deborah Arnold, and then our headline act, Dr. Lee Campbell. So I hope that's okay with everybody. So we've only got an hour, and I don't want to stop you from having your dinner or your tea, whatever you like to call it. Just a couple of reminders: let's not do hate speech or any discriminatory or prejudiced comments. Let's make sure that we support each other. Use the chat. This is a safe space to be creative. I'm really looking forward to listening to your creative work. If for whatever reason the tech doesn't work, it's fine. I'm equally as enthusiastic as I am critical about learning technology, and that's one of the things that I guess a conference is an opportunity to explore. So, without further ado, Tirumani, are you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, thanks, Pip.
Would you like to share screen? Should I stop sharing so you can share? Yeah. Okay, one moment. I'll just stop the share and the floor is yours.
Can you see my screen of in full? Yes. Okay. Thanks, Pip. So it seems I'm going first. So this poem, I want to do a bit of history around why I wrote it. I wrote it earlier this year. I didn't present it. Actually, it was after a series of online conferences getting canceled because they were just waiting to organize it face to face. That's what people have been used to pre-pandemic. And somewhere there has been a rush, I think, for it because obviously there was vaccination rates being high in some countries, which kind of influenced every other country to kind of end their strategy towards the pandemic. And I also wrote it because of, so the title, You're Forgetting Me. I'm just going to go straight into it, and then if I have time, I'm just going to explain about it a bit. So there you go, Forget Me Not. When the world was crying in the pandemic, I was happy. Yes, I was happy. Yes, I was happy. I was happy that people were stuck at home. I was happy that the roads were quiet. I was happy that people had to Zoom and Google Meet. I was happy people were not turning their webcam on. I was happy conferences, meetings were all online. Oh yes, I was happy education moved online. You see, or perhaps not. I'm stuck in my bed. I'm autistic. I'm dyslexic. I'm an introvert. I'm immunodeficient. So few people bothered about me before the pandemic. I love COVID-19. It is so tiny, yet so powerful. It made this world halt. And suddenly, everyone was living what I have always been living. Now I'm scared. I'm scared seeing people without masks. I'm scared seeing people scuffling around. I'm scared that people will forget about me again. I'm scared that people will forget how I feel again. I'm scared that you will forget. Do I have time, Tid, for a bit of other information on this poem?
Absolutely. It really adds value, definitely.
I actually put it in a blog post that I'll share with you and all if they want to link to this. It's a bit around. I've put a bit of reflection at the end of the post, which is I actually did a little heart here. It's half a heart on both sides, and then there's "forget me not" which is struck through. Which often when we work around discrimination, it's only like when we see it, then we think, oh, there is discrimination there, but then we forget that one of the things that I wrote that I specified here is one of the things that is many times misunderstood is that in the UK Equality Act, disability and equality is the ground that has anticipatory duty. And my questions, because this is an alt pre-conference event, my questions would be to learning techs who will be watching this recording and even people who are presenting today about what is your, I put ABDEIJ, which is in reference to equality, equity, diversity, inclusion, access, justice, belonging, however you want to name it. What's the work you're doing at the moment? And what are these elements are there these elements in your current work? Are you questioning the status quo? And what does this mean to you? And I myself has an alt conference presentation that I'm presenting on the 8th at 3:30, where I'm presenting on skip your sleep. It is 2359, which has got to do with assessment deadlines and intersectionality. Thank you for this. And I think, Pip, do I have time for the second one?
Yeah, definitely. Go for it.
Okay. So this one is actually a second time presentation. I presented it, I think it was World Creativity Day. And Pip organized an open mic and I asked if I could present it again. So I'm just going to read it, and there is a recording, again, a post with explanation. I notice the color of my skin. I notice the color of my hair. I notice the color of my eyes. And whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I notice the shape of my body. I notice my disability. I notice my rasta hair. And shush, shush, shush. I notice the tattoo on my face. I notice my burly figure. I notice my extreme piercing. And ack, ack, ack. I notice the rashes on my face. I notice my skin burns. I notice my patch eye. And berk, berk, berk. I speak of how I feel. I speak of what I need. I speak with clarity. I notice. Whoosh, shush, ack, berk. Until I notice the color of my blood. Khuda jane ye surkh hai. Ye na kudume sharavanid vire. I've given a little explanation to that, but I'm just going to quickly say the last 3 lines, which is, as humans, we've all got the same color of blood, but yet, the eyes notice all the physical appearances, and that's where a lot of discrimination happens. And the one before last sentence is "Khuda jane ye surkh hai," which means it's red. And Yenna Kudume Sarvananide is try to find the English meaning for this, but it kind of means like a face palm action, kind of, what is this? Thank you everyone for listening. I'm going to share my screen now, and have it on to Pip. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dee. I loved it the first time for the Creative Higher Education Open Mic, and also when you sent through the blog posts that you wrote to explain the rationale of the poem, I really got into it at a deeper level, and I really liked the idea of this, the power of noticing. So thank you very much for that, and good luck for your presentation. Yeah, super. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and share screen very quickly again. So thanks, T.